The Trail of Tears Squadron designed an experiment for the 2022 High Altitude Balloon Challenge. Our team included 5 cadets.
I am Senior Airman Nathan Harris.
I'm Cadet Airman First Class Gers.
Cadet Master Sergeant Ragain.
I'm Cadet Airman First Class Skylar Jones.
Cadet Senior Airman Kuntze.
We started the high altitude project by brainstorming ideas. We quickly settled on the idea of creating an electronic project where we can measure temperature, pressure, and magnetization. While members of our team had coding and soldering experience, none of us had taken on a project this complex. We found mentors at Southeast Missouri State University and Nestlé. They helped guide us so we could overcome the challenges of dealing with our size and weight limitations. So I made the patch and I helped with the video. So the patch, the mountains are for the Ozarks, the trail is for the Trail of Tears. Our experiment was launched in Balloon 2 and reached an altitude of 99,962 feet. Unfortunately, when we received our experiment and control back, no data was recorded. Of course, we were disappointed, but we set out to determine what went wrong and a way to move experiment forward. Okay, what's the objective?
To measure magnetic strength, air temperature, and pressure at high altitude and compare to a control.
What's our hypothesis?
We'd be able to observe changes in magnetic pressure and that we could correlate the changes to altitude using pressure.
So this is what all this looks like, combined. It is mainly a pressure magnet and temperature sensor. And so what it does is it writes all the information that's gathered from these 3 sensors right here and writes it onto a micro SD that's kept in here.
And you said the sensors are pressure, temperature, and magnetization?
Yes.
What do we think happened during the balloon launch?
So, well, as you can see here, this one I had to take apart, take the top off to be able to show. But right here you can kind of see that one of the wires is still attached, but the other wire, which is the positive, well, I guess they're both positive, but the first positive that went directly from the battery to this is detached, and it got detached whenever we screwed on about this much, not very much at all, probably. And, well, whenever they were putting it on the flight, they probably screwed on a bit more, and as you can see, when that happens, it detaches from the wires because I guess the material in the wire just can't handle that amount of twisting.
Alright, so we're going to start with repairing the high altitude balloon project that we had. And
We're going to launch it with a repeater flight that will go up lower than what the High Altitude Balloon Challenge was originally at, just to prove that it would retrieve data. Additional directions include not tightening or finding a way to prevent tightening or messing with the cap, as when they tightened the cap and screwed it on, one of the wires broke its solder connection to the switch on the top of the cap, causing it to lose power.
during the project, Cadet Harris had an opportunity to speak to Dr. Vargas from Southeast Missouri State University about our project. Our squadron is now discussing the possibility of collaborating with the university to create a local high-altitude balloon challenge.
And what are the squadron's plans if you win any prize money from the competition?
An external aerospace activity in our community.
And
to take a trip to a aerospace museum